Good morning, everyone. It is Halloweek. It's 7 in the morning. I've been up since 5. Didn't wind up going to the gym today. Gonna get ready for work and gonna dress up for both today and tomorrow. I work 2 days in the office, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Halloween is Thursday. So I decided that this week I was going to dress up for both days. I will show you both of those outfits for the day, and I will wear them at the office the whole day. I'll take you along the way. I'll maybe show you some of what my work is. There won't be much to see while I work because I just work in front of a computer. But I mean, there's good views from the office, so you know, I'll take you with me, and as the plans develop towards the weekend, I will let you know what we're up to. Just walking home. Clearly, I'm super excited for fall. Look at all the leaves that are already on the ground here. Also, this is me for day 2 on Wednesday as Spock. I didn't get much video on that day either, so I did get our happy hour after work that I went to with the girls. And now we'll move on to Thursday. Okay. So, the last 2 days at the office, I didn't get a lot of footage. It was a little tough to do. Kind of busy days. I did show you the costumes. That's what I wore. That's what I'll be wearing this weekend when we go out with some friends. The one that I will be wearing is the Spock costume this weekend when I go out with friends. So, looking forward to that. Now, it's my work day at home. I am able to work from anywhere. So I'm working down here today. I'll be downstairs for a little bit, then I'll go upstairs to my office. I kind of like half the time here and half the time up there. mostly because I like having the monitor available to do my work. It feels like I can get a lot more done that way. So yeah, just because I have both screens and I can work off of both of them. I mean, at this point, I don't need it this morning. I'll need it a little bit later when I'm doing a lot more heavy scheduling. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, and I'll try and take some videos while I do this. Today's a little bit warmer. I dressed for fall, and then I realized that we are apparently in our 4th summer here in the DMV area. It's gonna hit 80 degrees today. It was 77 yesterday, which was comfortable. But I think with 80, it'll feel pretty warm in here. So that might keep me downstairs longer because heat rises. So it gets pretty hot upstairs in the offices. So, but yeah, that's the plan. Good morning. So for the party itself, I decided to just enjoy the moment. The costume that I chose was the Spock costume. You got to see that earlier in the video. Today is Sunday and we're gonna go to lunch and then go to a Starbucks reserve store. So for brunch, we went to Ted's Bulletin. What I got there was the Norway Benedict and I got the strawberry tart. They kind of had this little twist on this Benedict where they used Ted's tater tots. Basically, it's kind of like a big hash brown underneath all of your toppings. So it would look like a typical Benedict, except instead of a biscuit underneath, it's like hash brown. And it's so good. Like it's surprising and it was really delicious. So I definitely highly recommend that to anyone who's looking for a good brunch place. And we kind of chose it because it was pretty close to the Starbucks reserve store that we were going to go to. But come to find out, we went to this reserve store and found out that it's not even a reserve store anymore. So the manager there was super nice. He told me that it's been that way since 2023, which I had no idea, but based off the Google searches and the reviews and the pictures that I saw on Google, I assumed it was still running as a reserve store. It's really unfortunate because I really love the Clover machines that they use there. The Clover machine is like a siphon brewed coffee, but a little more instant through a machine versus making it handheld. It's a little different because it's through the machine and it's quicker than if you were to use the siphon brewing itself. It is pretty great. So I'll show you what the machine looks like because they still had it there. They just don't use it anymore. So it really just kind of sucked. But the way the Clover machine works is it has kind of like a filter on top. It's like this big circle on the top of the metal, and when they go to turn it on, that circle goes down like a little platform. What they do is they select the kind of coffee they're going to brew, and it tells them the exact amount of coffee beans to grind. It's based off of the region that it's from, so you select a coffee, and based off of the region and the flavor notes, it's going to tell them the correct amount to get optimal flavor out of this coffee. And so once they measure out the amount of coffee and they grind the coffee, they pour it into where that platform goes down, and the machine itself adds hot water. They take a flat whisk, and they make sure that all of the grinds get fully aerated so that they can bloom. Blooming is basically just like steeping, just like when you have tea and you put the tea bag in for a certain amount of time. It's kind of the same concept there. Basically, the machine pours the water, they make sure all the grinds get mixed up well, and then it blooms for a while, and then the machine pushes the grinds up. So the filter keeps the grinds from going down, and then the machine itself vacuums the coffee down, and then you have like the perfect cup of coffee. So unfortunately, they do not do this anymore, but they do brew coffee by the cup immediately, right? So you can ask them for a single cup of coffee and they can brew any type of bean that they have in stock. We had gotten some single origin coffee from Tanzania. So Tanzania is in that East African area, which is my favorite area to get coffee from because it's just like Ethiopia. It's in that East Africa area as well. There's a lot of fruit notes that really get influenced into the coffee based on the region itself. If you know anything about coffee regions and flavor notes, coffee is influenced by the land that it's grown on, the elevations that it's at. So basically, in the area that it's in, there's other agriculture in the soil that influences the flavor in the beans themselves. So when I say flavored coffee, I don't mean like literally flavoring in there. It's just the notes of flavors that come from the way the plant grows. African coffees are very fruity and very acidic, and so I was really looking forward to this coffee. I really love getting it as an iced grande in a venti with extra ice. So that's basically the medium in a large with tons of ice. Unfortunately, because of the system that they have now, there isn't a way to really brew it the way that I used to enjoy it, where it won't be watered down. I did get to taste it. It tasted good, but it just wasn't the same as what it would have been if I got the Clover coffee. I'll have to actually make a trip to a reserve store because unfortunately there's nothing close by. It has to be planned out. So at some point I'll take you with me. We'll go on a trip somewhere where there's an actual reserve store and maybe even a roastery. Most of the reserve stores now I think are just the roasteries, so it's very limited, but I think that would be a really fun adventure to take us on. I'll definitely have to go a little more in detail of how I know coffee so well. Like I said, I used to work for Starbucks for 5 years. It really is where I kind of found this love of coffee. So I love to talk about it. I love to share about it. And I'll definitely be posting more videos with coffee and talking about what I like about it and what I've learned over the years. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, come along with me. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe if you want to follow along more. I like to post a lot about travel. I like to post about coffee like I just shared. And then, you'll get to see like local hotspots where I'm living at the time. I'm an EFM with the Foreign Service, so I'm going to go a little bit in detail for my fellow EFMs about what I've learned along the way in some videos, because I just don't feel like there's enough resources out there for everybody to learn. There are resources, but you really kind of have to search for it. If someone else is in a similar place, they can learn with me. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell down below. It'll tell you when I post once a week. I'm still finding that consistent posting schedule, so this is when I'm gonna cut the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.